This is 703 to 712, the first half of 712 of Baucis and Philemon, and the earth has been flooded and covered over. The transformation has happened, and it is time for Baucis and Philemon to be rewarded for their piety to the gods. So 703 starts out with Saturnius, and of course this is the offspring of Saturn. This is otherwise known as Jupiter. And then Jupiter uttered Talia, such things or such words, with or by or here maybe from his calm mouth, placido ore. And so he uttered, speak, just old man, righteous old man, and femina. Now, conjuge and justo are ablative, and we don't know what they're doing until we get to digna here. Now, digna automatically takes an ablative, so we're saying woman or here wife, worthy of. Digna naturally taking the ablative conjuge justo, worthy of a just spouse or a just husband. And then we see the continuation of dicite here, quid optatus, the indirect question. So here, tell me what you desire or what you would wish. Now, cum, we're used to when it starts a sentence meaning when, but you can see Baucide is ablative, so with Baucis. And then we get pauca locutus, and locutus we know is the deponent verb to speak here. So having spoken, pauca, a few things, or again a few words, and that explains cum Baucide. So having spoken a few things, or a few words with Baucis, the judicium superis aperit commune Philemon. So Philemon literally opens his judgment, and we find out it's their shared judgment, their communal, their shared judgment. Now, let's play with the vocabulary here. Probably just aperit here, opens or reveals or shares their not common judgment here, but their common decision or their shared decision. So he reveals their shared decision, and then superis there is dative to the gods, to those above. And the first thing he says is to be priests. And now to eor is a deponent verb, and so this is the form of this is the present passive infinitive, but it's deponent. And so we translate it actively, just like we did with locutus, having spoken. So to be priests and to guard your delubra, your temples or your shrines. And then we get the enjambment of the key word here, poscumus. So we ask. It could be demand, but I think ask here is probably the more appropriate translation. So we ask to be priests, maybe your priests, and to guard, to protect your temples, your shrines. And since concordes annos here, and since, or maybe here when, we have ago agorad, years. So, and when we have spent harmonious years, concordant years. Now this is a little deceiving because that erat looks pluperfect, doesn't it? But this is the verb alfero, alfere in the present subjunctive with that a. So he says, and when we have spent our harmonious years, kind of lived out our harmonious years. Now this is the main verb in present subjunctive. So may, eadem ora, may the same hour, the same time, bear the two of us away, take the two of us away. In other words, may we pass away at the same time. And here nec, this is a continuation of the present subjunctive here, the hortatory subjunctive with videam, and may I not ever see the busta, the tomb or the bust of my partner, of my spouse. And then we get another, may something else also not happen here. Now, this sim, the verb to be, with nd, the gerundive, this is our passive periphrastic construction. It's a little tough in English to get this all kind of together, but and may I not be buried by that one, and nor must I be buried by that one is probably the best translation, getting the periphrastic in there, the must in there. Now he finishes speaking, and immediately we see fide sequitur vota. So the faith, the sort of follow through, follows their prayers. They were the guardians of the temple until their life was given.